Use as many or as few of the monkey bars as needed to get from the starting platform to the last monkey bar before dismounting. Up next, using at least the first and last step with hands and feet as needed to get from white tape to white tape. Up next, using at least the first ring and the last grip, get from platform to platform, making sure you don't grab around the bolts. Up next, swing on the pegs that are in place until you reach the last two pegs. And from there, move the last two pegs until one of the pegs is in the last hole on the pegboard before dismounting to the box. So just one in the last hole, you don't need to get both at the end, just one in the last hole before dismounting. Up next, walking along the balance beam and balance elements in the order as shown, using feet only to get from behind the white line to around the another white line. Up next, complete a lâché from the rings onto the bar and then dismount past the line of tape indicated. Using hands and feet as needed, climb along the pipes to get from line of white tape past the line of white tape, climb up the warp wall, 3 attempts as needed, hit the buzzer to finish your run. Up next, using hands only, swing on the monkey bars, avoiding the monkey bars that have white tape on them to get to the last monkey bar before dismounting. So no using the monkey bars with white tape, using only the unmarked monkey bars get from area to area. Up next, using at least the first and last step, get from past white tape to next white tape. This obstacle, swinging on the holds, using at least the first and last to get from platform to dismount area, which is past the line of white tape. Up next, taking a ring in each hand and leaving the platform before moving a ring off its starting position, get one of the rings to the last of the ring toss pegs before dismounting to the dismount area. Up next, complete a traverse past the line of white tape with hands and feet on either side, and then turn around while you're still past the line of white tape, and then reverse back to the starting area to dismount onto the grey mat. Walking along the balance elements in the order demonstrated in the video, so no skipping here. Using feet only on this one, no hands allowed. Dismount past the line of white tape from the foam roller. Jumping up to the bar, complete a lâché to grab the rings. And from there, a lâché to the second set of rings before dismounting past the line of tape. Finally, running up the warp wall, grabbing the first lip, and then climbing off to the side and hitting the buzzer to finish the run. Using hands on the ropes and feet on the steps, get from starting area to dismount area without touching the ground. Using hands and feet on whatever color holds you like, get from the starting platform to the last two holds, which are indicated by chalk in this video, before dismounting to the dismount area. Again, hands and feet anywhere is fine. For this division, you don't have to worry about dodging any particular colors, and just got to get hands to the last holds before dismounting to the dismount area. Up next, swing out the T-hooks. Get one of the T-hooks into the last little ring, steel ring, to finish the obstacle before dismounting to the platform. If you do drop a T-hook, you cannot continue unless one is already in the last ring. Up next, using hands and feet, hands on the cliffs, feet on the wall, traverse from one end to the other and dismounting onto the grey platform. Please note that shoes must be worn on all of our competitions, but the point remains that you need to walk in the order described along the elements to get from point A to point B. You can only walk on the elements except for these little caps, which you can use your hands to move. You don't have to move them, but you have to dismount past the line from those. So you can't just jump from the last balance beam or balance block. You need to move these little caps as far as you need to dismount past the line of tape. Up next, you are going to use the trampoline to jump to the cones and then complete a lâché to the trapeze bar. And From the trapeze bar, you're going to transfer to the UFO, and from the UFO, dismount past the line of tape to finish the obstacle. Up next, you're going to complete one move with the salmon ladder rungs. Both sides have to be up at least one set of rungs before dismounting, and then running up the warp wall, grabbing the second ledge before climbing over the top and hitting the buzzer to finish your run. Final division, the teens division, using the rope with your hands and feet on the steps, get from the starting area to the dismount platform. Using hands on the balls, swing through the hooks, getting one of the balls to the last hook before dismounting past the line of tape. Again, if you drop a ball, you cannot continue. Up next, using only the light blue colored holes, traverse from the starting platform to the last two of that color, which indicated by lime chalk, before dismounting to the dismount area. So no using the red holes or the pink holes for this division. It's only the light blue or grey blue colored holes to get to the spot indicator before dismounting. Up next, using hands on the cliffs only, no feet on the spider walk, traverse past the line of tape, and then dismount to the dismount area. Using feet only, traverse along the balance elements in the order demonstrated until you reach the small red caps, at which point you can use hands to move the caps, and you have to dismount past the line of tape from one of the caps. So you can move them in any order you want. They don't have to go a certain distance, just as far as you need to move them to step off them into past the line of tape to finish the obstacle. Up next, jumping out using the trampoline to grab onto the chucks, complete a lâcher to the rings, which are suspended and will release once you catch them. From there, complete a transfer to the slot, a special delivery catch, and then complete a lâcher to the UFO before completing a lâcher dismount past the line of tape to finish the obstacle. Heading to the salmon ladder bar, complete in as many moves as needed. Get the salmon ladder bar past the white marked rungs at the top. Both sides must be up. Finally, running up and doing the top of the warp wall, climbing over the top, and then hitting the buzzer to finish your run. 3 attempts if needed to get the warp wall.